When Islam emerged in the 7th century, it was more than a spiritual revolution. It was the birth of a civilization that would shape the world for over 1,000 years. From a small city in Arabia, Islamic empires would rise, fall, and rise again, each leaving a unique mark on history. Let's take a journey through the timeline of Islamic power, from the first caliphs to the grandest empires. It all begins in 610 CE, when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, received the first revelation in Mecca. By 622, the Hijra, his migration to Medina, marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar and the first Muslim community state. After the Prophet's passing in 632 CE, leadership passed to the Rashidun Caliphate, the rightly guided caliphs. Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali expanded Islamic rule far beyond Arabia. In just 3 decades, Muslims had conquered the Byzantine provinces of Syria and Egypt and crushed the Persian Sassanid Empire. This was the first wave of Islamic expansion, rapid, decisive, and fueled by both military skill and missionary spirit. In 661, following the assassination of Caliph Ali, the Umayyad Caliphate was established. The capital moved to Damascus. Under the Umayyads, the Islamic world stretched from Spain in the west to India in the east. It became one of the largest empires in history, but tensions over leadership and inequality grew. By 750, the Umayyads were overthrown by the Abbasids, who shifted power to Baghdad. This era, known as the Golden Age of Islam, saw science, medicine, literature, and philosophy thrive. Scholars translated Greek, Persian, and Indian texts. Trade networks connected the empire to China, Africa, and Europe. Baghdad became the intellectual capital of the world. But no empire lasts forever. By the 900s, the Abbasids had lost real power, even as they remained spiritual figureheads. Local dynasties rose in Egypt, the Fatimids. In Persia, the Buyids. In Spain, the Umayyads re-emerged as the Caliphate of Cordoba, which became a beacon of tolerance and learning. In 1258, the Mongols sacked Baghdad and killed the Abbasid Caliph. The Islamic world was shaken. But in Egypt, a new force rose, the Mamluk Sultanate, which defeated the Mongols at Ain Jalut and held off the Crusaders. Meanwhile, in Anatolia, a small Turkic state was growing quietly. By the early 1300s, the Ottoman Empire began its rise. In 1453, they conquered Constantinople, renaming it Istanbul. This marked the true beginning of a powerful Islamic superpower that would last over 600 years. The Ottomans ruled Southeast Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. They built mosques, schools, roads, and bureaucracies. They fought wars against European powers and protected the holy cities of Mecca and Medina. While the Ottomans dominated the West, the East saw its own powers. In Iran, the Safavid Empire rose in the 1500s. They made Shia Islam the state religion, creating a lasting religious divide in the Muslim world. Their capital, Isfahan, became a cultural jewel. To the east in India, the Mughal Empire emerged. Founded by Babur in 1526, the Mughals blended Islamic and Indian traditions. They built the Taj Mahal, promoted arts and architecture, and ruled over one of the wealthiest empires in history. But by the 18th century, they began to decline, challenged by internal rebellions and British colonization. In the 1800s and early 1900s, most Muslim empires came under pressure from Europe. Colonialism weakened Islamic sovereignty from North Africa to Southeast Asia. And after World War I, the final blow came. In 1924, the Ottoman Caliphate was officially abolished. But the story doesn't end there. Today, more than 50 countries have Muslim-majority populations. Islamic thought, law, and identity continue to shape politics, society, and global culture. If you're still watching this video, hit that subscribe button and join us as we continue exploring the rich and complex history of the Islamic world. Now back to the story. From Mecca to Medina, from Damascus to Baghdad, from Istanbul to Delhi, the rise of Islamic empires was never a straight line. It was filled with triumphs, tragedies, and turning points. It was a story of belief, power, art, knowledge, and resilience. What part of Islamic history should I cover next? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.